Hope you guys are ready for another episode of Double D's in your face. That's right.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, for another episode of Don and Dan's Toxic Masculinity. We're at that special portion where the fans are asking us questions, whether they be intriguing questions, probing type questions, we don't know, but we like to refer to this as Double D's in your face.
You both have said, have you been hurt worse in your professional wrestling career, than anything else? So recently, do you guys know who Big E is from WWE? He was in a tag team called the New Day. He had a pretty good push recently, but just recently, it's like he was doing I think it was like a belly to back suplex. Someone trying to do that outside of the ring, and it didn't go over. He broke his neck. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys haven't heard about that at all. No. Any thoughts on just anything? Say to him, just wish him well, or
I wish you well and get a good doctor, because I broke my neck back 98, 99. I worked on it for a year and a half. Finally got it fused in 2000, and then I was back in the ring in 3 months. But of course, I worked for the Japanese. They weren't going to pay you to stay home, sit on your ass, like the Americans will. So. Get the best doctor you can get. Yeah, that's all there is to it.
Yeah, he was recently the champion over there for a little while.
Wow.
Yeah. What organization? Sorry.
For WWE.
Oh, for WWE. Okay.
Yeah.
And you say his ring name was Big E.
Big E. Yeah. He was with the tag team called the New Day. Yeah, they're really good. Really good. Really good.
I can't really add a whole lot more from what Don said. I mean, he first off, he's got to make sure that he takes care of his health, and to make certain that he gets a great doctor and gets things taken care of. Make sure that he's good and healthy to see Kitty, and should he actually come back to a sports entertainment product like professional wrestling, and and to go from there. So. As I always tell people that, being involved in the wacky world of professional wrestling, you better have something else going along with it, because your career, more than likely, will get cut short. And professional wrestling is nothing that you can say for the next 20 or 30 years of your life, you're going to simply be a professional wrestler, and then you're going to retire with a gold watch. There is no retirement from professional wrestling. You had better save your money up. You better open up your own self-directed IRAs, and as I keep saying, you better have another job go along with it that has health benefits, because the chances of you getting injured are quite high. It's almost kind of ironic. I know I've talked about this before, but it's ironic that I could actually get health benefits as a cage fighter, but could not get health benefits as a professional wrestler. So there's some real irony there, because not even Lloyd's of London, not even Lloyd's of London would underwrite a professional wrestler, and that's a company that would underwrite a tanker full of oil going through enemy territory.
Well, they used to, and then a bunch of the wrestlers took advantage of it, and they ruined it for everybody else.
Yes, again, just as Don just said, several professional wrestlers did take advantage of this, where they might have had injury legitimately, or they might have worked at an injury angle a little bit too long, and they took advantage of this. Of these disabilities for up to a 2-year time frame, and then when the disabilities were coming to an end, it was like, miraculously, lo and behold, I am cured. I can walk again. Yeah. So I'll just simply say that there were some people that kind of soiled it for others that really probably could use it.
Well, right on. Yeah, well, they said he's doing all right. Just said that he did fracture his C1 and his C6. But They said that he's got filling everywhere, and he's walking. I guess he's already didn't need surgery, and that he's walking around.
He doesn't need surgery.
No, he didn't need to get surgery. Yeah,
good.
He got pretty lucky. It sounds so. Then he's a beast. He's a beast of a man. So.
Yeah, well, Don talks about the fact that he went to it. You know, he had Kurt Angle also that went through a broken neck. I mean, it's happened. I mean, Steve Austin. I mean, you look at different people who have had neck injuries or broken their neck. I mean, it's
well, even you yourself have been through
a
that.
lot of people they look at professionals and they say, oh, you're doing that fake stuff. No. These are professional wrestling may have a predetermined outcome, but professional wrestling, these are some very, very capable athletes that are doing some of the most incredible athletic maneuvers without the aid of a safety net. When you look at a guy climbing that might throw his opponent, aka / his partner, out of the ring, and then he's climbing up on the top rope and does a backwards moonsault. His partner better be there to get hit, to kind of to actually to slow him down. Otherwise, he impacts concrete.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a element of a showmanship there too, but there's also you better be there. Otherwise you're going to splat, and your career just got cut short.
I was lucky. I had some real good matches against Scott Norton. Scott Norton carried me. He carried me the whole match several times, and I was damn lucky to be in the ring with that guy.
Well, again, but I think there's been veterans when people are young in the game. I think there's been veterans that have helped both of us, as we went through the game there. So again, like my very first match ever, I think was actually against Al Snow. He was already his hood and the whole 9 yards, and literally he was, he could actually talk to me because he had on a mask and there was no mouth right there. But I could hear him talking to me and telling me exactly what to do to keep on going. But the hard part was my very first professional match was inside of a penitentiary. So the psychology, all the stuff that I was learning was totally the opposite, because when we got at this, and this was a yard show, so all the prisoners were basically standing around watching this professional wrestling match. They're cheering all of the heels, booing all the baby faces. So everything that Al taught me up to that point was thrown out the window, or was it completely just the opposite? So it was very comical to have that match inside of a correctional facility like that, and to be able to wrestle someone that was your mentor in the sport of professional wrestling on top of all that. So, but it was a unique experience that I'll take to the grave with me.
What were your thoughts on Al Snow's gimmick, the Job Squad thing?
Job Squad, and the
mannequin's head. Like, what does everybody want?
Well, yeah, I mean, Al took probably a shitty situation, and he made it into a comical situation for himself that he could tolerate and live with himself. Because it's kind of going. I think everybody would like to be a star, at some point. But then also at a certain point in your career, you no longer hail the limelight, and now the hard part is turning over the torch to that next up and comer type of athlete, and that's the cycle I think that a lot of people sort of get caught up into, as to I could still do this, I could still do that, but you can't, and it's time to start handing over the baton to the younger talent that will run with it. In other words, I try to make sense in a wacky world that doesn't always make sense. Professional wrestling.
So, did you hear that Butterbean has been like working out? I guess he's lost a lot of weight, and he called out Jake Paul. I just saw on Instagram the other day. He said he wants one more fight. What do you guys think about that?
That ain't a fight. And from what I understand, that it's in the contract, you can't knock Jake Paul out or you don't get paid, you know. So, no sense in Butterbean taking that unless he's gonna put a hood on and walk around, you know, blindfolded.
How long do you think it would take Bean to knock him out?
One punch. As soon as they walked to within range, it'd be over.
Yeah. But Butterbean has got a way of. I mean, he knows how to use his body. And he was the king of the. I think he was doing like what 4-rounders.
Yeah, the king of the 4-rounders.
Tough man.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see? Do you know the Jackass show with Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O and all those guys? So there was a clip where Butterbean went in and knocked him out. Like
in the sports store?
Yeah, you saw it?
Yes. Yeah.
What did you guys think of that?
It was funny. I thought he deserved it.
Yeah. Well, I'll say that I don't think Johnny Knoxville was too happy about that because, I mean, it's, you know, getting hit by Butterbean would have been no fun day at the beach, that's for sure.
I think he gave him a concussion.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
That's what people.
Well, again, the name of that show was called Jackass, not exactly for their intelligence by whatsoever.
Well, I guess in the new one they just did recently, Ngannou punches one of the dudes in the balls. Like he has a cup on, but dude, it looks pretty bad.
Why would you volunteer for that?
Well, they had told the guy it was going to be a lightweight fighter, and then Ngannou comes around the corner and he's like, "What the? That's not a lightweight."
Well, I'd have just said, tear up the contract."
They don't. They don't care. Those guys do anything.
We have one comment on here, Dan, that says, "Dan the Silver Beast Severn looks awesome. Could listen to these two all day."
From Leah Thompson. Lovely.
They're calling me the Silver Beast because I haven't bothered to color my hair in the last few months right there. It's
it looks good.
I'm just, you know,
looks
I would say the vanity is kind of wearing out there a little bit more. It's kind of going, you know, especially I think as I'm approaching my 64th birthday, it's kind of going, you know, I'm supposed to have gray hair at this juncture, but it was kind of funny because, you know, being at the Arnold Classic a few weeks back, you know, I still had the same way. And so as people were coming up, they're seeing the NBA professional title belt, they're seeing a UFC title belt, and they're looking at the different pictures and stuff that's on display, and they're looking over at me and stuff like that. They're like going, like,
is your son here?
Yeah, well, again, they're looking for. It's kind of like they're trying to process. And I go, that's still me. It's just a younger me. Yeah. Oh, promises. Okay.
So since you brought it up real quick, why were you at the Arnold Classic a few weeks back? What did you do there?
Well, I mean, I'll just say that I was working for a company when it came to Cryogenics. CTN was the name of the company out of Finland, and that basically was just approach for them to. I mean, I know a little bit about cryogenics, but by the time the weekend was over, I knew a lot more about this company and what they were doing. And they also had, they were debuting a full-size box. I'll just use it, a full-size box that the whole body would go into all the way up to the neck. And in matter of just like 1 minute or less, they could cool the whole body down to I forget how low of a temperature that it would chill it down to where as you would come back out, as the body heating mechanism would kick right back into heat itself. It also helps to kick in some of the healing properties. It also pushes blood into different areas. So if you have like an injured shoulder or an elbow or something like that, more blood will go into a very specific area. So they had this big box element to where the big thing about cryogenics is that there's some very volatile gases that they use for this cooling process. And this was the first machine that ran out of 110 electricity. So that was kind of very revolutionary for this industry, that they actually have the first machine that literally just ran off of 110 electricity, but they had other small applications where they had just this little cup right there that they could put on a shoulder joint or on a knee joint or elbow, and they could do isolate one little area. Then they had other stuff that actually really was pinpointing just even smaller areas on, finger knuckles and things of that nature. So it was really kind of cool just to see all the different apparatuses. And of course, over the course of the weekend, I kept getting like taking care of a shoulder right here, a knee there, and just to try the different things, just to see, what it did. And a lot of people that were sitting there talking to me, I learned just enough about it to where now if they ask something a little bit more specific, I simply could hand them off to one of the other people from the company itself to say that, this person has interest in this particular area because of this injury. And they were treating, I'd say on a daily basis, they probably treated, I'll say, 60, 80 or more people a day easily that had various walks of problems. And each person that walked away, they felt better. So obviously there's something to it all.
Yeah, the UFC, what is the big UFC building there in Vegas?
The performance center.
Yeah. They had one of those, not the 110, obviously, but because when I tried it over a decade ago, I was up there and I got in that, and I think it was like 90 seconds or something like that, and that in 90 seconds, you're going, get me out of here.
Yeah.
And then you go jumping into the jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people don't realize, the cold plunges and then going into a sauna. It's kind of like the same thing. I remember going to saunas and getting really hot, and then you come out and you jump into like a cold pool or something like that. And it's, again, a lot of it's the same exact things where the warming or cooling of your body and how blood will come into areas, especially areas of injuries, how your body helps protect itself by bringing more blood into an area.
It also resets your nerves, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things a lot of good things that came out from it. But though the Arnold Classic was, I'll say, very entertaining because it has not taken place the last couple of years just due to COVID. I think last year they allowed just the athletes competition portion, but there was no audience. So this was the first year in 2 years that they actually had the crowds were there, and it was packed. There's lots of people that were there watching it, and one of the cool things they ended up watching on the big screen was the Russian slap contest. Where you stand there and the guy he's puts on that wall chalk there, and he's come back there aiming on cheekbone right there, and then hauls back, whoa, and we saw quite a few knockouts take place as well.
Yeah, those,
but they had
those
the
are pretty
women's
awesome.
division, and then they had the men's division.
Yeah,
And I don't remember seeing any transgenders in that.
Nobody signed up for that one. Yeah.
Yeah, we could see who used to be Boris is now Natasha. Yeah, who's got a mustache better than you or I. You go up there. Yes.
Yeah, I'll sign up to hit some broads. Yeah, shit. You get away for that legally? Hell, sign me up.
I bet you we could find someone to do it. So the Beast didn't pull out his speedo and hop on stage there at the Arnold Classic?
No. That's no. Oh, only if they want to run people out of the building at this juncture.
That's nice of you to give everyone else a chance.
Yeah, problem, I can't get my old speedo up over my knees, So. Thank you for watching another episode of
Double D's in your face.
You better like, subscribe, and share, or I'm going to come to your house.